Good morning. Yeah, I noticed that we were getting like banding across the screen yesterday, which apparently is due to the frame rate or the shutter speed of the camera and the light. So the shutter speed like catches up with the flickering of the light. Supposedly, I'm no expert. So I switched one of the lights off and I found out it was like, anyway, it was that light over there. So I put the camera light on, which is extremely bright. So it's just there, like beaming in my face. But I think it's sorted the banding out anyway. Yeah. Let's turn the treadmill on for a minute. Yeah, I haven't really got a topic to talk about today. And I didn't want to, like, the last video I made was way too long. So I just wanted to, like, quickly catch up. And see how everyone's doing, see if you've got any topics you want to talk about. I was speaking to someone about digital IDs the other day, and they had a really good point, which I thought I would bring up after, one of our previous videos. They said the majority of people that are employing, illegal migrants in the UK know that they're employing illegal migrants in the UK. So bringing in digital ID cards isn't going to change that, right? They're just not going to check them. Really, really good point, right? Really good point. So is it going to make any difference? Probably not. But there is already checks in place, supposedly, for that employers have to do. And there's a £45,000 fine if they're caught employing illegal migrants. 45 grand. So there, for legitimate companies, there's a big incentive for them not to employ illegal migrants. Anyway, and it's a £1,000 fine for landlords. So yeah, I didn't realise any of that either. So you learn something new every day, right? Which is probably what we should all be trying to do. Yeah, and I also spoke to a friend about, about why kids are having such difficult time with depression in schools. And as much as social media gets blamed for it, they mentioned that it could be to do with the breakup of families. I suppose we would have to look at the statistics of that, because I was raised in a broken family, and I'm sure many of you guys were. And I say broken family, I just mean one parent. Like that seems to be the norm today. So that may be having an impact, because as much as I'm an advocate of equality, I think it's important. This is going to rile people up. I think it's important to have a masculine and female figure when you're growing up, right? They bring completely different things to the table, right? And as a child, it's important to have that masculine and female presence, right? I didn't have it, right? So don't come and hate at me too much. But I wish that I did. And as a kid, I kind of sought out masculine figures, to try and replace that. So yeah, they definitely bring different things to the table. That may have an impact on why there's increases in depression in children. It's just a thought. I don't know what you guys think. Who knows? But we've got to sort this out. It's kind of dear to my heart. I think some way the British population, we can try and make life better for our children. I don't know how we do it. This is kind of why I want to get the conversation going, and us to think about what we can do to improve this. Because at the end of the day, we do live in a country with resources, and it's, as much as we're all tight on money, we pay an extremely large amount of tax. So the government does have the resources to combat this, but they waste it so easily, they talk about money like it's water. Anyway, quick video, because I don't want to babble on too long. I'll try and come up with like a topic we can speak about next time. But let me know how you are. Please do. You know, I know it's a difficult world out there. I say this a lot. But just take a moment out of your day, take a pause. You know, whatever you're going through, think about it. Try and work through the problem. Like, not every issue you have is bad. I know it feels bad at the time. So, great example of this. I don't know if you guys saw the first Tinder swindler. Anyway, it was about a woman who got conned out of a load of money from a guy on Tinder. Right, absolutely dreadful, awful. You know, this guy, what a wanker. But he was a great con man. And at the time, she would have thought, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. How could this be done to me? The life's so unfair. Right, and it is. Like, how is that fair? She tried to be a decent human being and she got fucked for it. Right, what's that all about? You know, where's the karma there? But nevertheless, a few years after that had happened to her, right, they made a Netflix TV series about it. And then, after the Netflix TV series, she now made her own Netflix TV series helping other women. I mean, I don't know if it was all women that had also been conned out of money. Right? So when one door closes, another opens. You never know. At the moment, at this point in time, you may think it's the worst thing to ever happen to you, but then another door might open, which is unexpected. So I think this is kind of how we need to, like how you need to think about depression, actually. Yes, it's absolutely awful right now, but you don't know what it's going to bring in the future, right? And you control how you feel about it. And if you've got a choice of feeling that it's absolutely awful and you just want to kill yourself, or okay, this has happened to me, how do I deal with it? What benefits can or may come from it? Because at the end of the day, it's going to make you stronger, whatever. So anyway, I was thinking about that when watching the TV program. Yeah. So whatever's going on in your life, you can deal with it. You're strong enough to. And if you need to talk about it at all, send me a message, please. Please send me a message. Right, so take a pause and have a great day. Bye.